You've been through it. The lockdowns, the uncertainty, the isolation, the fear. The pandemic has changed everything. But here's the million-dollar question. Will you let this define you, or will you let it push you to greatness? Because right now, at this moment, you have an opportunity. The world is waking up, and so are you. By the end of this, you will have the blueprint to live your best post-pandemic life. No more excuses. It's time to rise. Change is one of the most uncomfortable experiences we face, yet it's the one constant in life. And over the past few years, we've all been confronted with change on a scale we never imagined possible. The pandemic forced us into a world of uncertainty, disruption, and adaptation. But here's the most powerful truth you need to understand. The new normal isn't something to fear. It's your greatest opportunity. For most people, change is intimidating. We crave comfort, stability, predictability. Change shakes us to our core because it challenges everything we thought we knew. But what if I told you that the very thing you're resisting, the change you've been avoiding, is exactly what could propel you forward? The truth is, every time life forces you into change, it also opens the door to growth. And if you embrace that change instead of fighting it, you will discover new opportunities that you never imagined. Look at a company like Netflix. The pandemic shut down movie theaters. People weren't able to go out to the cinema anymore, and for a while the movie industry was at a standstill. But instead of viewing the disruption as a threat, Netflix embraced the change. They accelerated their online streaming service, produced more original content, and capitalized on the increased demand for at-home entertainment. What did they do? They didn't just survive the change, they used it as a springboard for massive growth. And in the process, Netflix went from being a DVD rental service to one of the most influential entertainment companies in the world. They embraced change. And in doing so, they created their future. Now think about your own life. What has changed for you over the past few years? You may have faced personal losses, career shifts, or health challenges. The world has been flipped upside down, but instead of focusing on the fear or discomfort that comes with those changes, ask yourself, how can I use this? The new normal is your opportunity to redefine yourself, to shed old habits that no longer serve you, and to align with your truest self. You're no longer bound by the constraints of the past. The changes you've gone through have given you a new perspective, a new understanding, and a new power. Psychologically, embracing change is powerful because it shifts you from a reactive mindset to a proactive one. When you resist change, you stay stuck in the past, anchored by the fear of the unknown. But when you embrace it, you put yourself in control. You stop waiting for life to happen to you and you start happening to life. You decide that change is no longer your enemy, it's your greatest ally. Take a moment and think about some of the most successful people in the world. Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs. They didn't get to where they are by playing it safe. They thrived in the face of change. Musk didn't wait for the world to be ready for electric cars. He made it ready. Oprah didn't wait for society's approval. She broke barriers, redefined what it meant to be a successful woman of color, and changed the media landscape forever. And Steve Jobs, he transformed the tech industry because he refused to accept the status quo. Each of these people succeeded because they didn't fear change. They embraced it and they used it to fuel their journey. The key here is to stop seeing change as something to endure and start seeing it as an opportunity to see. The new normal is your new chance to build something bigger, better, and more aligned with who you truly are. Whether it's a career shift, a change in your personal life, or the way the world around you operates, this is your moment to take control. So stop resisting, stop fighting the inevitable, embrace the change that's already here. Look at it not as a disruption, but as a gift that can bring new possibilities, new paths, and a new version of yourself. Change doesn't have to be feared. It can be the catalyst that propels you toward your highest potential. And when you embrace it, you unlock a future that's far more exciting than the past you're holding on to. The world is chaotic. The noise, the confusion, the uncertainty, it's all around us. And when you're in the midst of chaos, it's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, and disconnected. But here's the key truth that will change everything. In the chaos, there's a deeper opportunity to find purpose. It's not about escaping the madness, it's about embracing it, using it, and finding the deeper meaning that will guide you forward. When the pandemic hit, the world was turned upside down. Many of us found ourselves in a storm, struggling to make sense of the world around us. Jobs were lost, routines were disrupted, and plans were shattered. It felt like everything we knew was falling apart, but during those challenging times, some people found clarity. They didn't just survive the chaos, they used it to find their deeper purpose, to realign with what truly mattered to them. They turn the crisis into their greatest opportunity. Take someone like Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She was rejected by countless investors before she succeeded, but she didn't let that chaos stop her. She used the setbacks and failures as fuel to push forward. She found her purpose in the chaos of the business world. She embraced the struggles, recognized that rejection wasn't the end but the beginning, and kept going. That's how Spanx became a global empire. Her purpose was bigger than the chaos she faced. She used it as a reminder of why she was doing what she was doing, to empower women, to challenge the status quo, and to make a difference. Her success didn't come from avoiding chaos. It came from finding purpose in it. Psychologically, we often look for certainty in a world that offers none. We want clear answers, predictable outcomes, and stable ground beneath our feet. But that's not where growth happens. Growth happens when you step into the chaos, when you face the unknown, and when you find the courage to push forward even when you can't see the full path ahead. Chaos forces you to tap into something deeper, something within you that drives you to keep moving forward. During chaotic times, your purpose becomes a beacon, a guiding light in the storm. It gives you direction when everything else seems uncertain. When the world feels like it's falling apart, it's easy to focus on the problems, the setbacks, and the challenges. But if you take a step back, you'll realize that the chaos has a message for you. What are you supposed to learn from this? What is the purpose behind this struggle? The truth is, you have the power to turn chaos into opportunity. Think about someone like Steve Jobs. He didn't just create Apple, he created a revolution. And it wasn't because he had a perfect, easy path. He faced massive setbacks. He was fired from the company he founded, he faced doubts, and he encountered failure after failure. But instead of seeing those failures as the end, he saw them as a chance to refocus, to realign with his true purpose. His purpose was clear: to change the way people interacted with technology and make it beautiful, user-friendly, and accessible. That purpose propelled him through the chaos. Now look at your own life. Think about the chaos you faced, whether it's the pandemic, personal loss, financial struggles, or any other challenge. It's easy to get caught up in the stress, to feel like life is out of control, but you have the power to change your perspective. You don't have to let chaos dictate your life. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this challenge to align more deeply with my purpose? When you find purpose in the chaos, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. Instead of letting life happen to you, you take charge and create your own meaning. The chaos may never fully go away, but your purpose will give you the strength to move forward, to stay focused, and to keep fighting for what matters. You've been through chaos before, and every time you came out stronger, wiser, and more determined. So why not use this moment as an opportunity to find your true purpose? When you do, you'll realize that the chaos wasn't there to defeat you. It was there to help you grow. Embrace the chaos, find your purpose in it, and let that purpose be the driving force that propels you forward. Because when you find purpose in the chaos, you unlock a power within you that nothing can stop. Resilience is not something you're born with, it's something you build. It's the ability to rise after you fall, to keep going when everything inside you is screaming to give up, and to keep fighting when the odds are stacked against you. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It's about facing it, overcoming it, and using it as fuel to become stronger. And the truth is, you are stronger than you think. You've been through tough times before, and here you are, still standing. If you can survive what you've already been through, imagine what you're capable of achieving in the future. Look at someone like Nelson Mandela. The man spent 27 years in prison. Imagine the isolation, the fear, the doubt, the pain of losing nearly 3 decades of your life to a cause that seemed hopeless at times. Most people would have broken, would have lost their will to fight. But Mandela didn't. Instead of being crushed by that pain, he built resilience. He found purpose in his suffering. His conviction didn't just survive prison, it was forged in it. His time in that cell made him stronger, and when he walked out, he didn't seek revenge or bitterness, he sought reconciliation and unity. His resilience transformed a nation. What's your story? What are the challenges you've faced that you thought would break you, and yet you're here today still pushing forward, still fighting? Psychologically, resilience is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The first time you face adversity, it's tough. But as you keep facing challenges head on, you begin to develop a mental toughness that you didn't know you had. This is why people who've been through adversity are often the most unstoppable. They've built the muscle of resilience. Every setback becomes an opportunity to grow, to get better, to get stronger. What once seemed like a mountain to climb becomes a hill that you can walk over with ease. It's not because the challenges get easier, it's because you get stronger. Think about a storm. When it first hits, it feels like everything is being torn apart, but over time, the storm passes, and what's left is a clearer sky. The same goes for your life. The storms you face may feel intense and overwhelming in the moment, but they are temporary. They pass. And what you are left with is a stronger version of yourself, a version of yourself that can weather any storm. I want you to think about the last time you felt like you couldn't keep going. Maybe it was a career setback, a personal loss, or a failure that stung so deep you questioned whether you were cut out for success. That moment of despair, it's a test of your resilience. And I'm here to tell you, you passed, you're still here. The pain might have been real, but so was your strength. Every time you pick yourself back up after you fall, you strengthen that muscle. Every time you refuse to quit, you prove to yourself that you're not defined by your circumstances, but by your ability to rise. But resilience doesn't just come from surviving, it comes from choosing to thrive. It's one thing to get back up, it's another to get back up stronger. Look at someone like J.K. Rowling. She was rejected by dozens of publishers before Harry Potter found its home. She was a single mother, struggling financially, living on welfare. But instead of giving up, she doubled down. She wrote and rewrote, she persisted, and now her books have inspired millions and created an entire empire. Her resilience didn't just allow her to survive rejection, it propelled her into the stratosphere of success. The point here is simple. Your strength is already inside you. Every obstacle, every challenge, every difficult moment you face is a chance to build that strength. You are not fragile, you are not weak, you are a warrior, whether you realize it or not. Your resilience has carried you this far and it will continue to carry you forward. So the next time life knocks you down, and it will, remember, you've been here before and you've come back stronger. The only way to fail is to quit. So keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep rising. Your resilience is your power and it will take you to places you never thought possible. You are stronger than you think. Your health is the most important asset you have. Without it, everything else in life loses its value. You can have all the money in the world, the fame, the success, but if your body isn't functioning properly, if your mind is clouded, and if your emotions are in chaos, nothing else matters. Prioritizing your health, physically, mentally, and emotionally, is not optional. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Let's be clear. Health is not just about looking good. It's about feeling good. It's about having the energy, the clarity, and the resilience to take on whatever life throws at you. Take someone like Richard Branson, the billionaire founder of Virgin. Branson attributes much of his success to his commitment to health. He's 70 years old and he still wakes up early to exercise, hikes regularly, and prioritizes his physical well-being. He understands that a healthy body fuels a healthy mind, and a healthy mind fuels success. If you neglect your health, you're giving up your power. You're putting limitations on what you can achieve. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of life, to prioritize work, to put your relationships and responsibilities first. But here's the reality. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of anyone else. I know what it's like to push yourself to the brink. The endless hours, the stress, the pressure to succeed. But after a while, something begins to give. Your body starts to break down, your mind gets foggy, and emotionally you start feeling drained. You don't even realize how much of your energy is being consumed until it's too late. That's when you realize if you want to be your best in any area of life, business, relationships, personal growth, you have to put your health first. Take a moment and reflect. How much time do you spend focusing on your health each day? How much of your energy is being spent on eating well, exercising, and taking care of your mental and emotional well-being? I'm not talking about going to the gym for a week and calling it good. I'm talking about building a sustainable routine that integrates health into every aspect of your life. Real health comes from consistent action, making healthy choices every single day. Physically, this means fueling your body with what it needs: real food, movement, and rest. We're not meant to be sedentary. The body is built to move, to stretch, to grow stronger. When you neglect that, you're not just risking your physical health, you're risking your future. Your body is your vehicle through life. If it's not running properly, everything else gets harder. Look at someone like Serena Williams, who has dominated tennis for decades. Yes, her talent is undeniable, but her commitment to physical health has been just as important. She works out relentlessly, takes care of her body, and keeps it in peak condition. And that's why she's still at the top of her game. But physical health isn't the only aspect. You have to nourish your mind as well. Mental well-being is about clarity, focus, and strength. It's about having the mindset to tackle challenges head on and stay resilient through the toughest of times. When you let mental stress, anxiety, and negative thoughts run rampant, your body suffers. Stress releases cortisol, which can lead to weight gain, illness, and fatigue. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and it requires the same level of care. Meditation, positive affirmations, and engaging in activities that stimulate your mind are essential. The mind is the control center for everything else. If you don't nurture it, you can't expect to show up as your best self in the world. And then there's emotional well-being. Emotions are powerful forces. If you don't manage them, they'll manage you. Emotional health is about understanding your feelings, processing them in a healthy way, and not letting negativity control your actions. It's easy to suppress emotions, to push them aside and act like everything is okay. But when you do that, you build up emotional baggage that eventually explodes. Take the time to check in with yourself. How do you feel? What's going on beneath the surface? When you prioritize emotional well-being, you become more grounded, more present, and better equipped to handle life's ups and downs. So here's the challenge. Start prioritizing your health today. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Take action, even if it's small. Start with one healthy meal, 15 minutes of exercise, 5 minutes of mindfulness, and then build from there. The greatest investment you can make is in yourself, in your health, because when you're healthy, you're unstoppable. Your body, your mind, and your emotions are the greatest tools you have. If you take care of them, they will take care of you. You've heard the phrase, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And while knowledge and skills are critical, the truth is, relationships are what propel you forward. We are inherently social beings. No one achieves greatness alone. Whether you're an athlete, a CEO, or an artist, every successful person has one thing in common: a network of supportive, driven people who help them succeed. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't build relationships, you're holding yourself back from your true potential. Think about someone like LeBron James. He's arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but he didn't get there on his own. His success wasn't just about his talent on the court. It was also about the relationships he cultivated off the court. From his high school coach, to his team members, to his management and business partners, LeBron's network has been instrumental in shaping his career. He has surrounded himself with people who elevate him, challenge him, and push him to be better. LeBron is a shining example of how important it is to build and nurture relationships if you want to succeed at the highest level. But it's not just about professional relationships. It's about personal connections too. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and forget the value of the people around us. We get so focused on our goals and ambitions that we neglect the very relationships that could help us achieve them. The truth is, you cannot do it alone. No matter how independent or self-sufficient you think you are, you need people in your corner. Relationships provide the emotional support, the motivation, and the guidance you need to keep moving forward. Psychologically, we thrive in relationships. They are the foundation of human connection. Studies have shown that people who have strong social support networks are healthier, happier, and more resilient in the face of stress. That's because relationships give us a sense of belonging. They help us feel understood, validated, and supported. When you're going through tough times, it's the people in your life who provide the emotional resilience you need to bounce back. This isn't just about leaning on others in times of hardship. It's about actively cultivating relationships that foster mutual growth, trust, and respect. Look at Steve Jobs. He was a visionary who created Apple, a company that revolutionized the tech industry. But Jobs didn't build Apple on his own. He surrounded himself with brilliant minds, from Steve Wozniak to Johnny Ive, who helped bring his vision to life. The relationships Jobs nurtured in his professional and personal life were key to his success. It's easy to think of him as a solitary genius, but the truth is, he recognized the value of collaboration and the power of bringing the right people together. And here's the thing, when you cultivate relationships, you're not just benefiting from others, you're also giving back. Relationships are a two-way street. You need to invest in the people around you just as much as they invest in you. Be the person who listens, supports, and challenges. Be the person who lifts others up and helps them succeed. When you give, you get. When you make others feel seen, heard, and valued, they will do the same for you. Now, let me ask you this. Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with right now? Are they helping you grow? Are they pushing you to be the best version of yourself? Or are you allowing yourself to remain in relationships that drain your energy and hold you back? Building a strong, supportive network isn't just about finding the right people. It's about becoming the right person too. If you want to attract relationships that elevate you, you need to be the kind of person who elevates others. In the end, success is never a solo endeavor. It's a collective journey. You need people to support you, challenge you, and help you grow. Relationships aren't just a nice to have, they're essential to your growth and success. So take a moment today to evaluate the relationships in your life. Nurture the ones that are positive and let go of the ones that no longer serve you. Build a network of people who inspire, challenge, and elevate you, and watch how your life transforms. You can't do it alone, but with the right people by your side, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Life is full of uncertainty, and it's easy to get caught up in trying to control everything around you. We live in a world where we are constantly bombarded with information, opinions, and expectations. It's overwhelming. You're pulled in every direction and you feel like you have to do everything right, be everywhere, and solve every problem. But here's the hard truth. You can't control everything. There are forces beyond your control, and when you try to control them, you end up frustrated, exhausted, and defeated. The key to living a fulfilled, powerful life is not in controlling everything, but in focusing on what you can control and letting go of the rest. I want you to think about your own life. How often do you stress about things that are completely outside of your control? Maybe it's the economy, the weather, the actions of others, or global events. We get so caught up in trying to predict the future, to manipulate every circumstance, that we forget the most powerful thing we can do is focus on what's in our hands. What can you control today? Your thoughts, your attitude, your actions, your mindset, and your effort. That's it. And that's enough. Look at someone like Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the Holocaust. Frankl was imprisoned in Nazi concentration camps where he lost his family and endured unimaginable suffering. Yet he didn't lose himself. He found purpose, even in the most horrendous of circumstances. How? Because he focused on what he could control, his response to the world around him. Frankl realized that even though he couldn't control his circumstances, he could control his attitude toward them. And that power gave him the strength to survive and to teach the world that we could always find meaning even in the most chaotic and painful situations. This idea of focusing on what you can control is a game changer. Think about the times you've been stuck in stress or anxiety, worrying about the things that are out of your hands. When you're constantly trying to control everything, you're draining your energy. You're not focused on the things that will move you forward. You're distracted by the things that can't be changed. Psychologically, this is exhausting. It causes mental burnout. When you focus on the uncontrollable, you're giving away your power. You're relinquishing control over your own life. And that's where people get lost. But when you focus on what you can control, you reclaim that power, you take control of your actions, your mindset, and your response to every situation. You stop reacting to life and start responding with purpose. Think of a time when something chaotic happened, a problem at work, a personal setback, a global crisis. The people who thrived in those moments weren't the ones trying to control everything around them. They were the ones who focused on how they could adapt, how they could change their response, and how they could move forward. They didn't let the chaos control them. They controlled how they reacted to it. Take a moment and ask yourself, what am I trying to control that's draining my energy? Is it the opinions of others? Is it things you can't change about the past? Is it the outcome of something that's completely out of your hands? Let it go. Focus on the things that empower you, your health, your actions, your mindset, your discipline. These are the things that when you put your energy into them will create the momentum you need to move forward. You're in control of how you show up, of how you think, and of the choices you make every single day. That's your power. And here's the beauty of it. When you let go of trying to control the uncontrollable, you free up mental and emotional space for the things that truly matter. You stop carrying the weight of everything else and start focusing on the things that you can change. This doesn't mean you ignore the chaos or pretend it doesn't exist. It means you choose not to let it dictate your life. You take responsibility for what you can control and release the rest. Remember, you have the power to control your attitude, your effort, and your response. Everything else is out of your hands. So stop stressing about things that don't serve you. Focus on what you can do today, right now, to move yourself forward. Let go of the rest. Because when you focus on what's in your control, you not only regain your power, you create a life that's aligned with your true potential. Discomfort is a universal part of life. It's that feeling of unease, the itch that you can't quite scratch, the tension that makes you want to quit. But here's the truth that can change everything. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your ally. In fact, if you want to grow, to become the best version of yourself, to achieve things you've never achieved before, you must get comfortable with discomfort. The more you embrace it, the more you unlock your true potential. Think about the times in your life when you've grown the most. I can almost guarantee that they came during moments of discomfort. When you pushed through that challenge, when you faced a fear, when you took a risk and it didn't go the way you planned, that's where real growth happens. Growth does not happen in the comfort zone. It doesn't happen when everything is easy, when everything is predictable, and when nothing challenges you. It happens when you're uncomfortable, when you're stretched beyond what you thought was possible. Look at someone like Elon Musk. He didn't start with a smooth path to success. He's faced countless obstacles and failures, from almost going bankrupt with Tesla to nearly losing everything with space. The path wasn't easy, but every time he faced a setback, he didn't run from it. He leaned into the discomfort, learned from it, and used it as fuel to move forward. Most people would have walked away when their dreams seemed impossible, but Musk got comfortable with the discomfort. He pushed through it, and because of that, he transformed industries and changed the world. Psychologically, discomfort is something we all tend to avoid. It's built into our human nature. We're wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, to take the easy route when possible. But when we make the pursuit of comfort our primary goal, we limit ourselves. We hold ourselves back from achieving our true potential. The reality is, discomfort is the only thing that separates you from the next level. Think about it. When you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, you're forced to adapt. You're forced to learn, to grow, and to improve. It's like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it gets. When I reflect on my own journey, the moments that shaped me the most were filled with discomfort. The times when I felt like giving up, the times when failure was staring me in the face, and the times when I didn't know if I was going to make it. Those moments were tough. They were uncomfortable, but they were also the moments that taught me the most. They helped me build resilience, mental toughness, and a belief in my ability to overcome anything. And here's the thing, you have that same ability. If you want to make a real impact in your life, you have to get used to discomfort. You have to embrace the moments that scare you, the moments that stretch you. Think about someone like Oprah Winfrey. She came from a difficult background, faced numerous challenges, and was told time and time again that she would never make it. But Oprah chose to get comfortable with discomfort. She didn't run away from the challenges, she tackled them head on. She transformed her pain, her fears, and her setbacks into stepping stones to success. Here's the reality. Every time you face discomfort and keep going, you become stronger. You build confidence. You develop a mindset that refuses to quit. The next time life gets tough, instead of shrinking back, step forward. See discomfort not as a sign to stop, but as a signal that you're growing. It's pushing you, teaching you, and preparing you for the next level. So the next time you feel that uncomfortable feeling, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth, lean into it. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Use it as an opportunity to grow. The moment you stop avoiding discomfort is the moment you step into your true power. And when you get comfortable with discomfort, there is nothing that can stop you from achieving your goals. You'll rise to challenges, break through barriers, and create a life that most people only dream of.